is about friends, family and fun, and obviously having some mature trees and letting it grow. So very happy with it. Again, having teenage kids, and let's just say we have a lot of friends too. This gets used a lot. I will say one thing, because this house, every time I go away, whether I'm filming or doing something like that or working, I come back, this house is going all the time. The kids leave the pool and spa on 38 degrees.
They do.
The heating's on, but we actually just got solar put in. Energy Matters sorted this out, and I've got to say, having a $3,000 power bill, that was our last bill. Didn't like that one, but having the solar now, I'm not looking at that. So, thanks to Energy Matters.
I remember coming here, I can't remember how long ago it was, maybe a year or two ago, and first seeing this project. And what Dave and Jane had in mind looked absolutely incredible. The first thing Dave said to me was, Rosh, I'm going to have a ridiculously high power bill. What can you do to help me out? Knowing Dave, who loves technology as do I, and also with a young family, it was clear to me that his needs would increase over time. So therefore his electricity requirements would gradually increase over the years. It was clear to me in our discussions that Dave was after quality and really wanted to be partnered with a quality installer who could actually sit down, work through the strategy with him and understand what his requirements were going to be, not just for today, but for the future. I had absolutely no hesitation in referring him to SunGroup Energy. Jack, great to see you today, mate. And firstly, thank you so much for what you've done on Dave and Jane's house. What a fantastic solar power system you've installed.
Yeah, so, right from the start, it was obviously a bit of a challenge, but it's nice to come here finally and see the end result.
I mean, we wanted a top quality installer. I knew that the projects you've done in the past are absolutely fantastic, rave reviews from all of our consumers, and I knew this was going to be a challenging home. I don't think I gave you all the information when we sent you through the email, but you certainly worked out what you needed quite quickly.
Yeah, 100%. Look, we don't shy away from a challenge, that's for sure. That's something that we pride ourselves on, so although it was a challenge, they were able to get it done and finish off good quality.
Fantastic. And look, when you first came here and obviously sat down with Dave, had a look at that $3,000 power bill, I mean, what went through your mind? I mean, what was the process you went through at that point?
Yeah, so obviously having a look at your power bill can give you a reasonable idea of what kind of solar system you need, but it's also obviously looking at what time you use your power as well. So obviously solar only works throughout the day, so there's obviously no point putting a system on his roof. That obviously he's got to cover his daytime usage. So that's what we're able to do, and we got a good result.
Fantastic, and you can see just being here, I mean, there's obviously loads of toys. Dave loves his toys like I do, gadgets, iPads, things all over the house. Of course, this pool isn't going to be very cheap to keep heating as well 100%. Throughout the winter time, so I knew his power needs would be massive, and clearly they are. I mean, the solution you put on the roof looks beautiful, so I think you managed to fit about 7.7 kilowatts?
Yeah, about 7.7. Obviously, we probably would have liked to do a little bit more if we had the roof space, but obviously that was part of the challenge, but I think that'll be sufficient to run, whatever he needs throughout the day.
No, fantastic. And look, once again, I mean, the quality of workmanship, I mean, there's a couple of things that jumped out for me immediately about your process. I mean, firstly, coming around and sitting down to have a conversation about that electricity bill. I mean, the reports I get from a lot of my customers, or a lot of our customers today, is all done on the telephone. Do you still find it really important to sit down with the consumer?
It is. It's all about that personal touch, obviously building a relationship from the start. There's a lot of customers out there that have probably been, what can I say correctly, but screwed over by a lot of solar companies. So we like to come in, spend a bit of time with them, obviously finding out what their needs are, and then we obviously customise the solution to fit what they need.
And the fact you still do a site inspection a few days before installation, I mean, that's fantastic, because I know if you did not do that site inspection, your installer wouldn't have realised how steep the roof was going to be, and the fact you needed to have a scaff kit available when you sort of came around to install.
So we'd rather not come up with some surprises on the day of install, so we'd rather kind of get them out of the way early, know exactly what we're up against, and obviously having the customer know exactly what's going to happen on the day, rather than turning around and say, well, sorry, we can't do it anymore or anything like that. So we obviously want to make sure that the customer's expectations are met.
No, fantastic. Well, no, Dave's absolutely delighted with the end result, mate. So look, well done, great job.
Thank you.
And for anyone else out there, wanting to get solar power installed, I mean, look, you guys are certainly the mob to go to. Aside from Victoria, you can install now in New South Wales?
So we've got a growing team up in New South Wales at the moment, led by Michael. We've been in there for about 2 years now, just starting to find our feet. So anyone in New South Wales, feel free to give us a call, because we'll sort you out.
Mate, fantastic. Great job.
Thank you.